A rear-end crash can injure your neck in under 1/10 of a second, faster than your muscles can brace. Whether that injury happens often comes down to one piece of foam most people ignore: the pad behind your skull. You probably think of it as somewhere to rest your head on a long drive. It's actually an engineered safety device with a real name, a head restraint, and its position can cut your injury risk almost in half. Here's what's really doing back there. Start with the myth. Most drivers push the headrest up out of the way, tilt it back for comfort, or barely think about it at all, because it feels like a pillow, not a safety part. That's the wrong mental model entirely. Federal safety standards require every seat to have one tested against a very specific injury: whiplash. It isn't there to be comfortable. It's there to catch your head at exactly the wrong moment, and comfort is the last thing it's designed around. So what is whiplash? Actually, in a rear crash, the car and the seat back lurch forward, and your torso goes with them because the seat is pushing on your back. But your head isn't attached to the seat. It's only attached to your torso by your neck. Inertia keeps it where it was for a fraction of a second longer. So the torso shoots forward while the head stays behind, and the neck gets stretched backward into an extension it was never built for. That overstretch is whiplash. Here's the trap. A headrest only prevents that if it actually catches your head fast enough. If it's adjusted too low, it sits behind your neck instead of your skull, and your head simply extends backward over the top of it. If it's too far back, there's a gap your head has to travel through before contact, and a gap of even a couple of inches is enough time for the neck to hyperextend before the restraint ever touches you. A badly positioned headrest can end up doing almost nothing. Get it right, though, and the physics flips in your favor. A close, well-aligned restraint meets your head almost the instant your torso starts moving, so your head and torso accelerate together instead of racing each other. The force spreads through your whole body instead of concentrating in your neck. Some manufacturers push this further with active head restraints. A pressure pad inside the seat back senses the crash and springs the headrest forward and up in milliseconds, closing the gap before your head even arrives. The numbers back this up. Insurance industry crash studies have found that correctly positioned head restraints cut whiplash injury claims by roughly 40% compared with poorly positioned ones. 40% from an adjustment that takes about 5 seconds and that most drivers have never touched since the day they bought the car. So how do you actually set it? The top of the restraint should sit level with the top of your ears, or the top of your head if you're tall, not down at your neck. And the back of your head should sit close to it, ideally within about 2 finger widths, roughly 4 centimeters. Most people have it too low and too far back, which quietly cancels out most of its protection. So that pad behind your head isn't a pillow. It's a time catch built to close a gap before your neck ever has to stretch. 4 centimeters and a few seconds of adjustment is the difference between a sore neck and no injury at all. If that changed how you'll look at your car seat, that's exactly what this channel is for. We're Cutaway. We keep cutting things open. Subscribe for more.